And yeah, I saw the Lagitang. I do really enjoy Lagitangs. Super strong. I'm debating whether it's worth it on this character. I believe it is a strength weapon. I mean, I guess the falchion isn't doing too much, so let's at least pick it up. And yes, Lagitang, please and thank you. So if we take a peek at this son of a gun, attack delay of 1.1, base damage of 19, so almost doubling our base damage. Just slightly slower attack. But let's go for it. I was originally leaning away from using the Lagitang, but I think it might actually be a nice short-term experiment for us here. Hello, Joseph. I guess if we can just keep peppering you. Nice thing about the Foxfires is they also kind of block enemies, or so they confuse enemies who use ranged weapons and allow us to kind of capitalize on that. Oh, I also never put on either of our amulets here, so should probably do so. And Spirit Guardian, it's nice to have a bit of additional health pool, but with us casting spells, I'll probably just stick with the Acrobat for now, and we'll see how that goes over the next little bit here at the very least. Hello, Prince Ribbit. Unfortunately, you're not especially fire resistant there, my friend, so we will have to cause you just a little bit of grief. Not too shabby. It's weird actually doing a bit of a mix. I feel like a lot of times I try to make hybrid builds work and it generally doesn't. But it has, I guess, just been too long since I played a Gnoll. Forgot how much I enjoyed just throwing a pinch, a little dash of anything we so desire into the mix. Yikes. D8 Cyclops, eh? Oh, what fun. And it's a very distant portcullis. I guess I might as well check to see where this stairwell takes us. This could very well be a lot closer. And how about that? It does look to be right here. Fantastic. We'll see what kind of Bailey we end up getting. It's always a little bit of a gamble to see what things look like. And Swiftness Passwall and escape tools. Yeah, I always tell myself I'll actually use Passwall a bit more consistently or effectively. Doesn't generally end up happening, but today could be the day. I also do like getting BVC. A level 5 spell, I think, should be relatively realistic to get that castable in a 3-rune game, and that will just synergize well with basically any other build that we decide to go for. I think what I will do is learn Blink right away here, so we have a bit of an escape option locked and loaded, and then let's check out our Bailey here, shall we? Hello, my friends. Just abuse your poor AI here. Sorry to say it. There we go. That should just about do the trick. I almost want to lead enemies back here, because if we can get the additional steam clouds kind of ramping up our damage slightly from Foxfire, then that definitely seems like it would be a pretty solid avenue for us. Vampiric Hand Axe, huh? That could definitely be nice. And what are you using? A Hand Axe of Pain should be no real issue for us. Never mind, I lied, apparently. There we go. Now we're using the steam, so that is a bit more effective at the very least. Ooh, and the Orc Warrior, I would definitely like to do some of the same with, specifically getting that steam damage in. It'd be really nice if I had a source of flying and we could cheese this area out to the fullest degree. But that's fine for now, I guess. And we will probably re-quiver Foxfire after using our poison to take care of that son of a gun. Beautiful. DCSS would be way too difficult if enemy AI was good. No kidding. No, fortunately, they don't play, at least not to the same degree as the player characters here. Can you imagine if enemies, abuse like Flight to kite the ever-living crap out of you and the like? You could please come right this way. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. And we can just get those steam clouds a-rolling and a-rumbling. And similar with you, though you might still be a bit on the nasty side. Are you resistant or something? No, you are not. Just pain in the rear, hey? Oh, geez Louise. Well, what can we do with you? That was definitely a nasty hit we just took. Plus 10 plate armor of Chabriatos is outrage. Oh, I wish I'd seen that drop. I'd be wearing that right now. Really, centaurs would be quite deadly, meaning more so than there we are. Exactly, if centaurs could kite you, or not could, but just actively did kite you, then we definitely would cause a bunch of trouble. I do have one light potion. Oh my gosh. That just might work here. I think we'll stack up some poison on this son of a gun. In fact, probably should have just gone in with the Curari sooner rather than later. Let's see, I could switch into this plate. AC would increase by 16, which is pretty wild. With more willpower is always fantastic. Does mean kind of saying goodbye to any of our casting. Yeah, like pretty much 100%. Let's try it out. Let's see if the Lajatang has what it takes here. And we'll just step on that alarm trap ourselves. Not too shabby. Oh, look, a Barding of Flying. That would have been very nice to find on our previous character, actually. Okie dokie. Let's do a quick floor check. Yeah, I probably don't need any of that stuff too much, so we'll just head right back out to the regular dungeon. Jeez, this is a crazy D8. Cyclops, Centaur, Warriors. Oh gosh, the slimes are now coming in too. In fact, why? Yeah, a bunch of later dungeon enemies here, weirdly enough. Well, I think we will just need to proliferate some fear real quick, and then try to take these sons of guns down in a bit more of a manageable grouping. In fact, I guess we could just head back up to the, or rather down to the stairs we started on here. I'm tempted to actually just skip the rest of this floor for now, seeing as how it is filled to the brim with absolutely terrifying opponents. But we'll give it an additional moment here before pulling the trigger on that at all. Yikes. As I take way too much damage from these sons of guns. Oh right, I kind of forgot Nem. What am I doing with my life? Let's hope we don't die as I bring in some summons. And you can do it, kiddos. 11 health left, and this buddy does up to 13, so we should actually be okay to finish this off now. Holy moly. Thank you, Nemelex, for coming in clutch there with the summon. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, I can kind of rely on the destruction a little bit more than I have thus far. In fact, let's draw one of those now. Vitriol is fantastic. Let's go one more. I'm trying to come up with a fast way dealing with our pyromancer friend here, because I was afraid that, yes, as soon as that started happening, things were going to get a little bit nasty for us. Oh me, oh my. So we used a lot of our cards here, but I guess dealing with out-of-depth enemies is kind of where Nemelex thrives, because you can a bit more willingly throw a bunch of effects at the target. Oh, speaking of deadly centaurs again here. Yikes. There we go. We at least close the distance, and we can kind of see if we're able to get through this at all. The answer is not really. You have the +1 mace of Accord here, and that's where all the drain is coming from. Yikes. Well, we can just chug some curing potions, trying to do some of the work for us here before going back into our pockets. Yikes. And you know what? I think we just have to keep throwing Nemelex at the problem here. There we go. Holy moly. So definitely burning through our consumables at a prodigious rate here, but so far it's not going too horribly, all things considered. Like, there's another level there. And what should I throw on my hot quiver? Now that we're no longer able to cast spells whatsoever, we can kind of just switch over to, I guess, using our poison darts to their fullest extent. Not too shabby. PC looks a bit like a skeletal warrior. Well, that definitely doesn't sound too bad to me, all things considered. I guess I probably should have gotten rid of that poison slightly sooner, but better late than never. Do so now. And hopefully kill some of these sons of guns. There we go. Yikes, a mana viper? What is this D8, man? Well, double wild magic, which I don't even know what that does. Not a whole lot, unfortunately. In fact, maybe we will draw in summoning here just to throw some bodies at the problem. Holy moly. Could have been a shapeshifter. In fact, looks like it was a shapeshifter. So how about that? Still terrifying to see, and definitely hit dice, the likes of which we were not quite prepared to deal with. There we go. Close the gap to our centaur friends right away. And in fact, we should probably, pick up an ID, and let's burn through a few of these bad boys once again here. Do get our teleport scrolls found, so that's a nice escape option in the future. And that's looking to be about it for now. Wild magic gives magic and drains enemies, you think? Okie dokes. So definitely, not exactly what we're hoping for, generally. And now, let's go with destruction. I'm hoping we get a big blast. Hell yeah, that is, in fact, indeed a big blast. So that's beautiful. And then we can just finish off the rest of the crew here. Let's stack up some poison on you first. Ooh, I'm not poison resistant, but at least got some poison on you first and foremost. That's perfect. Holy moly. Well, no rest for the wicked here as we continue to have enemy after enemy hop around the corner to come and say hello and bid their dues here. But fortunately, nothing we can't handle at the moment here. Or malmutates or something. All the cards are explained in game. Yeah, it probably even says in the destruction deck, is it? Definitely does say somewhere what these all do, but I completely forget where, in fact, that may be. So for the moment here, we're just not gonna worry about it. Oh, what am I doing? Might be too little too late, but I'm gonna activate our evasion amulet by just taking some steps away, and we'll let the teleport kind of take over there and get us out of harm's way before we spend too long next to an invisible enemy that's constantly sucking our health away. And what are you? Ah, I see what you are now. Bit of unseen horror action. Definitely always annoying to deal with. There we go, feel a bit more experienced. Do you manage to get through those sons of guns, or that son of a gun I should say. And yeah, Latch Tank is going fairly well for us now. If we take another peek, we're down to attacking once per turn, up to 20 damage rating, so that's fantastic. Yeah, definitely better than the Felchian at this stage, at the very least. Current attack delay with Arbalest, 2.3 in plate armor. That makes sense, you know, that kind of tracks. Is what it is. Oh, and there's Ashen's. Hey Ash, how's it going? Oof. This time, our vampiric friend goes invisible very, very early on, which you hate to see. So we'll just do the exact same maneuver as last time. Though I don't know if we can really continue to explore this floor. I guess that's the only section left, so we might as well just come back later if need be. Question mark slash ability? Guess wild magic. I don't think it'll be under ability. Probably be under God, I guess. Oh, I've never really explored this menu before, so this is wild. Nemelex. Not quite. Oh, card. Had it right there on the list. Whoopsie daisies. Let's see. Depicts a pointing wizard's hat. Okay, so it does a miscast effect on all of our enemies. And then each one affected restores some of our magic as well. So that would generally, I guess, be a weird mix of like potentially it could be damage going their way, as well as there's some miscasts that can like lock you in place, you know, make you immotile as it were. Interesting. What's the pentagram? Oh, in summoning. That actually makes sense. I'm guessing Swine is also summoning here. No, it won't, but drawing this card will make its user's turn pink and root for truffles. Oh, Nemelex's Deck of Punishment. So I'm guessing that's if you get Nem Wrath, which I've never experienced before. Huh. Well, this is eye-opening for sure. How about that? Well, not too shabby. Regardless, let's just get back into the general mix of things here. Continue IDing as we move forward. And okay, there's our lair entrance, so definitely starting to open things up a bit. We also got a decent amount of poison placed on us there, so I'm gonna walk away for now. And in fact, let's just make this as straightforward as we can. But if I hit you with Curari, perfect. Then that definitely does the trick. Nameless Horror is a summon miscast. Could Wild Magic summon those? I doubt it. I'm guessing that would be something on the list that would be excluded or prevented, but I mean, who's to say? Now a Trident, not great damage rating, but does have the poison, and we could start using this buckler right away. So I'm tempted to try and get some of our defenses covered here. Again, much like we did with the Latch Tang, we can kind of just experiment, see how it goes, see how it feels, and then just move from there. Oh, excuse me. Jeez Louise. Oh, Ladul. That makes sense why we're seeing so many ogres now. Well, we'll still just get lethal amounts of poison coursing through all of your systems here. And fantastic. Then we can always walk away, and with 20 evasion, they only have a 16% chance to hit us. Beautiful, so that definitely works out. And we very quickly become a very poison-oriented character. That should work out quite well for us in the early days here. Fantastic. Oh, Wand of Ice Blast. I would definitely like that. Please and thank you. We already have gloves, right? Yes, we do. On the lookout for boots still. We can manage to swing those at some point. And I'm just going to do a little bit. Ring around the rosy. And there we go. Much easier to take care of these sons of guns one by one. You know, trying to avoid the circumstances we found ourselves in earlier in the run, almost dying to a pack of those beauties. And whites are actually always really nice to see, because they generally have magic weapons of some kind. And so that definitely gives us a lot of different possibilities to potentially switch to. Are we gonna have a path around this, or are we gonna have to gain flying somehow in order to figure it out? Random energy came back in trunk. Oh, interesting. How is that rectified in regards to, like, attacks of opportunity took over for random energy? Do we just have both back now? Interesting. The Demon Blade is also an interesting option for us here. I don't know if I've used this since it got slightly changed. Specifically having the harm added, changing from just vamp to ever vamp, which it heals its wielder for a portion of the damage dealt every time it strikes a living foe. Well, I'll keep it marked here for now. I think that could be interesting.